Hello and welcome to day 120. Today I want to talk about focus, the importance of focus. I know a lot of people that are unsuccessful because they don't focus on one thing. The importance of focus. You remember when you were in school and you just wanted to focus so that you could pass a test? Or you wanted to focus to get to work on time? There were some minor things that we can focus on really well, but the big things we don't focus on. Now, the power of focus is incredible. If I take a magnifying glass out into the sunlight and I hold it close to a bunch of paper, that sunlight through that magnifying glass will catch that paper on fire. That's focus. Now if you really want to intensify that light, you put it in a laser, and a laser can cut through metal this thick. So focus. Think about right now. Think about some things in your life right now. If it's in your relationship with God, if it's your health, if it is your family and friends, if it's your job and your investments, or your entertainment. The 5 major priorities in my life, maybe similar to yours. What areas do we really need to focus? A friend of mine came to me the other day, and he's big. He's really big. He's got big bones, but he's big. And he said to me that he felt really bad about the way he allowed himself to get into this physical condition, and he wanted to do something about it. Well, I'm also working on some goals as far as weight and health go. And so we've become accountability partners. He sends me a text every day now of what his current weight is for that day. And I respond with either maybe a very short attaboy, but I always respond with my weight goal. How much I weigh this day. We have focus. Do you have an accountability partner in whatever you want to focus on? I want to also focus on my relationship with God. I want my relationship with God to be better. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he shared with me that he and his wife were having some issues, and he is a Christian and she's not, and she doesn't like the Christians. And I said to him, ask her what she doesn't like about Jesus. What is it that people do not like about Jesus? Now, there's a lot of people that were around Jesus and that said a lot of things and did a lot of things, but what has Jesus, when Jesus was on earth, what did Jesus do that was offensive or that was wrong? We all need role models in this world. Who would be a better role model than Jesus? Jesus loved the unlovable. Jesus came to earth to serve instead of to be served. But people say, I don't believe in Jesus, or I don't believe in Christ. And I think, okay, why not? It is only a decision. I made it a decision to marry my wife, Leslie. I said, I want to marry you. Will you marry me? And she said yes. Before we were dating, before we dated, we were friends, and before we were friends, we didn't even know each other. And the day I saw Leslie, the first time, I said, that's the woman I want to marry. I made a decision right there. I said, I want to marry that woman. Now, obviously, we didn't know each other. I was just basing this on her appearance. I was in love with her appearance. It changed me. You know what I mean? I was changed. I felt excitement. I wanted to marry this woman. Now, I was in my 30s, and this is the first time ever to be married, but I made that decision, and then I started taking action to get to know her. I was really focused on having a wife. And the reason why I wanted to have a wife, because I wanted someone I could love, someone I could make a difference in their life, someone that I'm committed to. This morning, I was in a hurry. And normally we hug and kiss every morning or every day whenever one of us leaves the house. And this morning, I don't remember getting a kiss and a hug. I thought about it this morning, and I realized that I also left my gym bag at home. I need my gym bag because on Tuesdays I work out at a place called Science Fit. And so I made a decision to go get my gym bag, but also to run by Leslie's new business, Redbud Studios on North May, and give her a hug and a kiss and tell her that I don't remember the hug and kiss this morning. If we had it, I was somewhere else. I wasn't focused if we had a hug and a kiss this morning at home. But when I drove up to her studio and I gave her a hug and a kiss, I remembered I was there. Focus. Focus on my relationship with God. Focus on my family. I called my daughter in Spain this morning just to say hello. While it's morning in Oklahoma, it's afternoon in Spain. I also called my other daughter to say hello. Family and friends are extremely important. Focus on my relationships with my family and my friends. Business, another thing to focus on. Yesterday, I got up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I went to California from Oklahoma City. I got back in Oklahoma City in my bed at 1 a.m. this morning. It was a long business day, but I accomplished a few tasks that I wanted to make happen. I ended up in California in a small city, not small, it's a part of Los Angeles, called Venice. I didn't even realize I was going to Venice. I had an address of a place that I was going to meet some business people, and I ended up at Venice. So I went to Venice Beach. What an experience Venice Beach is. You got a ton of tourists that spend money like there's no money, there's no lack of money. And then you got homeless people, and they have their own community. It's quite an experience to go to Venice Beach. Yesterday I was focused on what I wanted to accomplish in business. This morning I've got energy like you wouldn't believe because I'm focused on making a difference. I'm about serving others. I am about taking action. What are you focusing on? What are you focused on? Television? Have you ever walked by somebody in a living room and they're watching television and you say hello to them and they don't even hear you? Because they're so focused on the moment. They're in what's called the zone. What about being in the zone? What about being focused on our top objectives, our top priorities, our top goals? Most people don't even have their goals written down. What are your most important goals? Write them down and focus. I recommend you get an accountability partner for any goal that you're working on, and it's easy to do with the advent of texting. Just check in with your accountability partner, let them know what you're on. I'm also have an accountability partner on Reading Now. I send him a text on what page I am on in my book. Today I'm on page 53, and I'm going to send Nate a text that says 53, and he'll know that's where I'm at. Tomorrow I need to be on 103. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe to our channel. Please share it with other people. We've made over 119 other videos. This is how I went from being homeless to becoming a multi-millionaire. This is how I became from being single and lonely to having a great relationship with my wife and having an incredible family. This is how I went from being over 200 pounds and not having muscle and not being very healthy to today being in great shape. I'm going to run, we're going to run in October from El Paso, Texas, all the way to San Diego. I will be celebrating 62 years of life as I do this. Let's get off the couch and let's take action. Thank you very much for tuning in.